How many viewers do you guys have? Wow, what a bunch of hooligans.
Welcome to podcast.
Do you think this will drive up the viewership count if I show some cleavage?
Oh, having fun with the soundboard?
Finally. That third time's the charm. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
I'll do something else actually different next time.
Okay, we got it in there. Well, welcome to podcast.
Welcome to podcast.
I'm your host, Madison, joined by my co-host,
Michael.
and I'm John. I almost forgot my line, which is probably one of the easier lines that I've got.
Well, the rest of it is not scripted.
Well, I mean, that's what the audience thinks, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What is this, episode 37?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just looked at it. Good to be back. It's we're coming to you on our regularly scheduled recording time.
Yep.
On a Sunday.
Day after the 4th of July.
A day after the 4th of July.
250 years old, U.S. 250.
You know, it's great. I love your dad's firing up the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes enough for everyone to go around. I always notice that it seems like people just go more towards the burgers than the hot dogs.
I mean, I think he makes more hot dogs than burgers.
Yeah. I remember last time. No, it was for Memorial Day. My dad was getting mad at me because I got 2 hot dogs to start off, and he's like, "How do you know there's going to be enough left?" Like, because I've been doing this for my entire life, and there's always enough hot dogs left.
Yeah.
I went back. I even got a 3rd hot dog later on, and I said, "Hey, Dad, there's 9 hot dogs left. Do you? Is it okay if I get a 3rd one?" But it's always good getting with the family and talking about the latest stuff going on. We did just get our
You didn't take advantage of the swimming. It was a good swim day. It was real hot.
was really hot, very sunny. Wasn't all that interested in getting
Is it because of the
sunburn.
hair?
Sunburn.
No.
Oh, hair's okay. You know, it is what it is. But I don't know. Just hadn't been all that into swimming lately. You know, we gotta record this thing. You can't just watch.
I'm paying attention. I'm multitasking.
Here, just go put it over there in front of the camera, so it at least looks like you're looking and paying attention.
Let me try to see if I can prop it up. There we go.
Can't get this guy away from his sports.
Well, it's not just. I mean, yes, sports in general, love sports, but this is a once every 4 years event that goes on for a month. It's a really long month for those that don't like it, and it's a really long 3 years and 11 months for those that do.
Oh, okay. So the bread tastes good then, and then the circus is entertaining.
I don't have any bread, but I'll go to the circus starving if it's this circus.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's I don't know. I mean, who's winning? Are you winning, son?
Well, as of this recording, the United States, which is, believe it or not, the country that I root for. I know there's probably other citizens in this country that don't. They're still in it. They play tomorrow night. You may be listening to this thinking, wow, the U.S. got absolutely dominated. Or, wow, I can't believe the U.S. won. Or you may be thinking to yourself, what are they talking about? And I'm talking about the World Cup. And the U.S. is playing Belgium tomorrow night.
Well, what's kind of crazy to me is that you have like all these other countries, but we're so big.
Well, that don't mean anything. India and China are the biggest, and they basically never make the tournament. China has only made the tournament, I believe, once, and that was 2002 when Asia had an expanded qualification because Japan and South Korea were the hosts, and India has never made the tournament.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yep.
I guess
India is one of the worst soccer countries there is.
Oh, why do you think that is?
They like cricket. They're really good at cricket.
They like their cricket? Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what it comes comes down
They've
to.
not put any sort of resources into making themselves good at soccer. They put all their sporting resources into cricket.
How does the U.S. fare in cricket?
Not nearly as good as India. I can't really tell you in terms of overall cricket history, but the U.S., I believe, has qualified for whatever the major cricket international tournament is. So they're doing better than India if you're comparing to soccer relatively.
What do you think of this this new sport? It seems like it's, we've got things going around and they're catching leagues and stuff for what's this new offshoot of baseball? It's like supposed to be a lot more entertaining.
Oh, you're talking about banana ball.
Yes, banana ball.
So banana ball, you want to talk about circus. Banana ball is baseball meets circus. They're all interested in doing like trick plays, and they've got all these weird rule changes. Like if you walk, you can't walk, you have to run, and you have to keep running until all 11 fielders have touched the ball, and then when they've touched the ball, then you have to get to a safe bag. It's weird. I can't even begin to go into all the different rule changes.
Evidently, they're drawing some large
They
numbers.
are selling out every venue they go to.
So what does that say for just the current state of baseball? Does it just not keep up with the Gen Z's short attention span?
Well, one thing is banana ball caters itself to families, so they're trying to get they're selling you like family pack deals to come to these games.
Okay.
And they're real flashy and stuff for the kids, and they have celebrities come in, and they have musical acts that accompany the games. And baseball, it's just a game. That's really, but baseball has had to change things in the last few years to try to incentivize people to stick around with the sport, like speed the game up. People complain that the game took way too long.
I saw. Well, there was a funny. I wish I could show it, but I didn't prep for it. But there was this funny meme. It's like this guy was showing a receipt from the baseball game he took his kids to. He was complaining about how much he spent on food and stuff while they were there.
Oh yeah.
Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it, but I can imagine.
Yeah, he was like, it ended up spending like $250. But the funny part was that there was also, he said he went, it was him and his two sons, and they're like kids. There's a picture of them, and the receipt had 16 beers. And so the joke was, he was just complaining about prices, and half the people in the comments didn't even look at their receipt. They were just like, yeah, it's getting ridiculous going to baseball games. Solo man took on 16 beers. That was pretty good. That got me cracked up.
I think they stopped serving you after the 7th inning. So like he downed all those things in the first 6.
Well, it was all on one receipt, so he was carrying 16 beers away.
That is impressive. Yeah. Or the kids were carrying them.
I think it was satire. I think it was just a joke.
Look, in this day and age, it's probably AI.
Oh yeah, sure.
Everything is AI. I assume everything is AI. I am AI. This video that you're watching right now is AI.
Well, it's not hard to make receipts. In my line of work, I have I keep like receipt printers stocked up and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what's that app where you can scan receipts?
Oh, I know. My mom was telling me about it like just a week ago.
It's crazy because they're basically tracking you and your spending habits.
She loves it.
To see what they can best
it's working.
Send you ads for, right?
It's working.
Well, I have a friend in my life who enjoys doing that, and I just rigged a receipt printer to just print out random receipts. And she was scanning it and getting free stuff. So,
could you make those receipts say kind of ridiculous things?
Oh, sure you could. Yeah. But oh man, we're getting like everything is tracking us nowadays. I'm thinking about going back to not a dumb phone per se, but one of those new bare it's decent hardware on the phones, and there's touchscreen and stuff still, but using non-Google apps. So you can get like
So you just-
a bare bones version of Android that doesn't have Google Play services.
So you don't want to use any apps, or you're only like you're saying no apps on the phone.
So it would be
all the phone does is make calls and text.
Well, it would have permissions restricted so that things can't track you. There's things like Lineage OS or Graphene OS. You can get those. You can get that, and you are really focusing on this game.
No, I'm listening to you. I've never heard of Lineage or Graphene.
Yeah. No, they're. Back in the day, I used to be really big into hacking phones stuff. It's kind of like that. You have to load it up, like side load it in there. Pull out the original software, put in a different one.
I mean, you jailbreak it and then you just...
It's kind of jailbroken. You have to run it on devices where the bootloader's unlocked, and which is basically most phones aren't that way anymore.
So I was just thinking about for the 4th of July, your dad was talking about us recording the next episode, and he's like, are y'all going to talk about what are y'all going to talk about? Because I don't want y'all to talk about too much video game related, get real bogged down in that like nerd talk. And now he's probably listening to this right now like, oh boy.
Well, I got to have a good conversation with my dad on yesterday. Yeah, I've been thinking about throwing some money towards the nuclear sector of the market. Things that are more nuclear or uranium focused, because I think that there's a strong potential for companies
I thought you were about to say
going forward.
Something else. Strong potential for nuclear war.
For war? No, I was thinking nuclear energy.
But I mean, nuclear energy might be necessary for that.
It's a little bit different.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. No, if I was expecting war, I'd probably throw it towards the defense sector. We're on the other side of this one, and this one was kind of wimpy, if I'm being honest.
What?
This war, it was just kind of meh.
Is it over?
It's not like it's. I don't feel like it's over, but at the same time, it's just kind of like fizzling out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like there was a period of time there where every day I saw like a news headline saying like U.S. and Iran agree to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and then like I swear it was like an hour later, it'd be like deal backed out of,
or yeah,
Strait of Hormuz closed again, and It was like every day or every other day for like 3 weeks straight. It seemed like I've never actually felt like I was truly experiencing Groundhog Day until that just like cycle of they agreed, no they haven't, go to sleep, next morning they agreed, no they haven't, just constantly.
Well, it's because our greatest ally in the Middle East, we kept forgetting to send the memo to him that everything was
kosher.
Yeah, that everything was kosher. That's right. Yeah, it was unfortunate, and that just kept re-sparking the fire up on the recently extinguished warm logs. Yeah,
the third wheel was not appreciating being the third wheel.
Yes, yeah. So,
especially since we were dating their ex.
I don't know
if you could really call them their ex.
Not a great metaphor.
Yeah, more like competitor for our love.
Competitor for our love.
Yeah.
No, just the ones that control the oil,
which is their love of money.
Right. It is. It is what I feel like we're through the worst of it, honestly.
At least until the next one, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect that coming anytime soon though. But pretty much at the end of the day, I think Iran kind of not won, but walked away with a pretty favorable deal.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in some ways, I wasn't alive for it, so I don't know all the ins and outs. But maybe kind of similar to, in some respects, to Vietnam.
Nope.
Why not?
We didn't have boots on the ground.
I mean, I wasn't
There was
saying
no
that. I
Agent
said in some
Orange.
respects.
There's no Agent Orange.
Yeah.
There was no.
I mean, I get
Civil
there was no
War.
strait that was closing with Vietnam, but there was a war that we got ourselves into that wasn't necessarily going to be favorable for us in the first place, and it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to.
I like listening to you talk about history.
That's what happened with Vietnam.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It didn't turn out very well in our favor.
Correct, Michael. Yep.
So you're saying the Vietnam War was good for the U.S.?
No, I'm saying you're right.
I want to hear how the Vietnam War was good for the U.S. Shoot, go. Spit
It wasn't,
facts.
but motivations were different. I would say it was actually a lot worse because we had a lot of people die, and then the Agent Orange stuff leaving long-term
Those were bad things, right?
health effects on soldiers and stuff. Yes.
Those were bad.
Yeah, not good.
Not good for the U.S.
Correct. I don't think our gas prices went up.
That's the worst thing. That's worse than all the people dying in the
Yeah.
Agent Orange. If you ask some people around here.
I'm getting a little frustrated with kids growing up today not even understanding like history at all. It feels like
There's a lot of things that kids growing up today don't understand, but there's probably a lot of things that kids that grew up in our era didn't understand either.
well, it feels like there's a like a concentrated effort to keep kids from understanding history. Some of these
Like
street
you're saying,
interviews-
like schools aren't teaching history properly.
right, or it's just not part of the the curriculum.
What aspects of history, on a broad sense, you don't have to get into like very specific.
Oh,
like,
I mean, when I see, I see interviews of kids that don't. I mean, I don't even want to get. Oh, I mean, geography is the worst, but not even understanding like where Pearl Harbor happened.
I feel like there's definitely kids out there that know, and they learned it somehow. So, and we're not just talking like kids that were taught privately or homeschooled. I mean, you can learn where that specifically happened or in other history pretty well from public school environment. I think in this day and age, they kind of scrape over all subjects. They don't really push it deeply into the knowledge base of kids by making sure kids understand, No Child Left Behind allows for, in public schools, you can not apply yourself and not even pass and still move on to the next grade and never actually learn the material initially.
Right.
So I think if you apply yourself as a kid in public school today, you're still going to learn everything you need to. In our day, teachers had to force application because if you didn't, you would be stuck there.
Yeah, I wish we could go back to that.
Oh, No Child Left Behind screwed everything up.
I mean, there are kids, and this is a real problem. Like an actual, it's not that big of a deal, but it's kind of an indicator. Most kids graduating high school today do not know how to read a clock.
No, they look at a digital clock on their phone. That's all
Digital
they know.
clock only. They do not how to read like an act, like a
clock with hands. Absolutely
clock
not.
face, right? Which I think is kind of wild.
Think how messed up and you can't even read a clock that has numbers on the clock face.
Oh, right.
Think about how messed up it'd be with just like a traditional clock that just had lines and you just had to know what the line represented.
Oh, they'd be terrible.
No chance.
Oh, I found something this week that I thought was pretty interesting. So I've had a suspicion for a while that I might be dyslexic. I've talked to other people about it. I can read things, Michael. Thank you.
Well, all right. So it's best to read something that you haven't read before, and then, right, when you're dyslexic, to display the dyslexia.
Well, Michael, just because I'm reading something doesn't mean the words are going to twist around for you.
That's how I had it explained to me from someone that was dyslexic.
So, I always noticed that I read a little bit slower, and I do remember when I was a kid having a big like having an issue with lowercase letters because they're less in my brain they're like less easy to differentiate, or capital letters are easier to differentiate.
So if everything's all caps, it's easier.
It was easier, yeah. So I found this font online. I think it's called Dyslexia. And I started using that. Pretty sure I'm dyslexic.
It made everything better?
It's like when I read, I'm like taking one word at a time and I'm having to stop, read the word, throw it into the bank, stop, read the word, throw it into the bank until I get through with the entire sentence and then put it all together. Okay. But that is, I've been doing it my whole life, so I could do that pretty quick, but just not as quick as somebody that could just like flow with it. Anyway, it was crazy. Like my brain didn't know how to handle it. Like words, it was almost like traveling over sand versus gliding over water. It's probably the best way to put it. It's like I'm used to just like there being resistance while I'm reading.
Yeah.
But with this new font, it was like I could it was like gliding so fast that I was like, it wasn't, things weren't registering for me.
Mm-hmm. So what exactly did for instance, to this piece of paper?
I don't know if there's going to be
bigger. Like this says, "We are here for you." How would the app change that?
Oh, well, there's only really one way to do it, and that'd be like kind of pull it up. But essentially, so for the letters, it tilts some of them, and then it makes like the bottom part of some, or the bottom or top part of some letters a little bit thicker. And so, especially for the letters that get like twisted around, like B and D, like B is kind of like tilted a little bit to the right, and D is tilted a little bit to the left. I think I'm gonna have that backwards, actually, but it's kind of like that.
Kind of just all the letters blend together.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, unless you pay close attention.
No, I'll have to. Here, I'll pull it up. I don't know. We'll if you deem it necessary, we'll bring it up for the stream. But yeah, it's called Dyslexia. It's very cool. Very cool little font there.
Dyslexia.
I think that's it.
It's just saying dyslexia.
Dyslexia font. So that's what it would look like. So you kind of see what it's doing there?
No, I mean it just looks like normal
Well, like
font.
if we
like a sans serif font.
No, but if you look, like the top of the D is a little bit thinner than the bottom part is a little thicker. The
Okay.
Y kind of comes up above the line for the cross. The E is thicker at the bottom. The X is thicker. And then when you look at the D, like, you see how that line kind of tilts a little bit to the left? Wish there was a way for me to zoom in. I don't think there is.
Like the bottom part of the left side of the D.
Yeah, I guess I can zoom in a little like this. These are all capital letters, but yeah. And see, like, the bottom of the G is thicker than the top. And then the B tilts that way.
So you're saying that, I mean, this to me just looks like a different stylized font compared to all the other stylized fonts, but this font in particular helps you read better than the other fonts?
It was made by a company that took a scientific approach
to dyslexia
to create a font for people with.
It does look like everything that's capitalized is bolder than everything that's not, and most of the letters are thicker on the bottom than the top that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
There's greater thickness at the bottom of almost every single letter.
So I'm going to try for the next week. I'm going to try to, there's a Google Chrome plugin that I can get, and I'm going to use that for my reading.
And you change it all across the board?
Yeah. See how it goes. And it's really interesting because I've always noticed that I read really slow. And I never could figure out what the case was. But that doesn't feel like reading to me. It's like it just glides.
That's interesting. I wish pull up what normal text looks like to someone with dyslexia.
But there's evidently several different kinds of dyslexia. And some forms of dyslexia does not help. But okay. You're gonna have to describe this to the audience.
I'm wondering if there's gonna be one that you see and you're like, that's what it looks like.
But that's not it jumbles it. It doesn't, it's still gonna look this.
What do you mean jumbles it?
When I see the letter B,
yeah,
it's when I first look at it, I have to figure out which direction it's in. If I have dyslexia, if I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
So I have to focus on, okay, the stem is on the left side.
Do you have to do that?
I think so.
With B and D?
I think so, but of course I've been alive so long and I've just gotten accustomed to it.
So from this first image, it's just like straight lines seem to be left out a lot.
I'll look through a couple
Stems
of these here.
This one's wavy.
I hate how small this is.
And you said you like capital letters more than lowercase letters.
Yeah. Well,
so the first example was of all uppercase.
I'm
so
saying I had a hard time learning lowercase letters when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I specifically remember that. I have been alive for 30 years. I run a business and draft 50 emails a day.
Yeah.
I have accommodated myself to living in a world of regular letters. Okay.
Yeah.
I am not. This is not.
I believe that you know how to read.
Thank you.
See, some of these just look outlandish.
Okay. That looks like it's pretty.
That is similar. See, the spacing, or if you're really advanced in like computer word knowledge, it's the kerning is messed up.
There are different types of dyslexia.
Yeah.
So there's different types of dyslexic.
I think this is what this article is explaining.
Right. So,
but that weird spacing is similar to what?
Yeah. I think that's
the river effect. Is that what it?
Yeah. I would think that. Oh, well, this is, see, river effect and texture reading. This is when large gaps occur within consent. Because I rely on autofill so much, and I forget how to spell words all the time. I have to go through and do a check every time I look for that squiggly line. I rely on that quite a bit.
So when you just look at any of this text, are you seeing spaces, extra spacing?
It's not how it works. It's like when you're reading something,
Yeah.
you know how like you just kind of look at it and you just scan over it?
Sure.
Okay, so for me, instead of being able to just like scan over it, it's like I have to focus on each part instead of just letting my eyes kind of scan over it and read it.
Because when your eyes scan over it, you see extra spacing.
Because I see extra spacing, yeah.
But when you focus, the spacing goes away, or
Well, I have to.
what?
These are like representation. I don't know how else. I don't exactly know how to.
You're saying it could be a blend
It could be a blend
where
of
it's like
some of these things.
Does it change? Where it's
No.
like one day you're experiencing that
I don't know how else.
whiteout effect.
And I'm also not in a great place to describe it because it's just been that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, that's why I'm trying to gather the information
here-
from you, because you've experienced it for so long.
You remember when you were younger and you used to read a lot of like narratives, like books about stuff? Yeah.
Books in general, yeah, I used to read a lot more than I do now.
Yeah. And you'd read stories that you liked. I remember you're a big fan of like Harry Potter and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always struggled to get into that flow state where I could like let the picture run in my mind. It's because I was having to focus on the words. And I was having to interpret the words not as like all together, but as like, okay, this happened and then this happened. And then almost like putting down a skeleton in my brain, like an outline in my brain of how the story flowed, instead of just like watching the story unfold in my mind.
I sort of get it. I'm still intrigued by like the whole reading process of dyslexia.
This is a good way to put it. I like this one.
The flipping it. Yeah, I mean that's probably the most common thing I've heard of dyslexia is it flips letters.
So like my problem would be if I'm reading this visual has the word saw, SAW, and was, WAS.
Yeah.
All right, so this would be a great example of why I have to focus on each individual word. Because I have to read all the letters, put them into a word and say, okay, that's that word. Then go to the next one and do that. But I do that as quickly as I can because I've gotten good at it over my life.
Yeah. But it definitely slows down the process of reading.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And so it's really weird when you use this dyslexia font or dyslexia because I don't have to do that. I just know.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
That's why I guess I'm trying to understand is what does the dyslexia font so greatly change compared to what you're used to seeing?
Well, so look, right?
Like what is the major fix?
So it's a subtle design difference in the font. Like, I'm going to zoom in. Look at this D.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
To me, the D looks
But
same. So what I'm trying to get from you is
okay, we have two letters. We have
Yeah.
two letters here. We got the D, then we have the B.
yeah.
So the curve is different. Do you see?
Yeah, I mean the stems placement being on the left or the right is important as well.
Right. It's not just like a line with a circle. It's like a line with a circle that tilts in a specific direction. So you can see the difference. Do you get it? Like the line down here is on the bottom. The line up here is on the top part of the circle. Line down there is on the bottom part of the circle.
Yeah. There's a little curvature to the circle that creates that's beside. But I guess like I mean, it's hard to remember going all the way back to, when you first learned to read as a kid. But I guess like the major difference for me for B versus D is this: for a B, the stem is on the left. For a D, the stem is on the right. So I'm trying to figure out like is there anything with the stem that's different?
No.
So you've always seen this.
The stem's a little bit different, yeah.
Like the stem's location is more noticeable.
You're really trying to rationalize this too much.
Obviously,
the difference is on which side the stem is on. Yes.
Yeah. So like this
makes it so that if this B was reversed, it wouldn't look like that D.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I mean, I can see how the circle is different, and that would help with the where the angle is located.
Right.
But I'm just trying to figure out in terms of the stem if that's ever different.
You're focusing on the stem way too much.
Because that's where I derive the difference between B and D.
Yes, because you read normally.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what happens to the stem for you.
It's about the rounded parts of letters. That's the biggest issue for dyslexic folks. It's not the lines. Like they don't really have to do much to I, right?
Yeah.
A lowercase I, because that's the same forward and backwards.
But the stem has to have some importance because, like, you don't have a problem with O, do you?
No, I don't have a problem with O.
So it's the combination. When a stem is present with a circle, I'm just trying to understand.
I'm trying to logic this way too much.
I mean, yeah, we're trying to figure out what the difference is, and
it's something that happens on such a short. It's like it's not like I'm going to be staring at a letter for 10 minutes trying to figure out if that's a B or a D.
Yeah.
It's like instead of it blending in my mind, I have to focus on the let's say a word starts with a lowercase d. I have to focus on the word and make sure I know which side the stem's on instead of just letting my mind just take over. It takes more focus and thought on it.
It's just a slower processing.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Like when you focus, you'll see the word the same way I'd see the word.
Right.
But when you're trying to scan through and read quickly, it breaks down.
Yep. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I still have trouble in my mind imagining what that looks like, even though we looked at examples.
Well, I can't even describe to you what it looks like because it's like it's
because once you focus, then you lose it.
Right. It's kind of like trying to feed I don't know. It almost be like you got a ruler tape.
Yeah.
Retractable. Wow. Why can't I remember the name of the
measuring tape?
Yes, measuring tape.
Yeah.
You got the measuring tape. You pull it out, but then you kind of it bends a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you try to retract it, you get caught on that bend for a second before you go to the next, before it absorbs the rest of it.
Interesting analogy, but I got you.
I think that's about the best I could think of right now.
I wonder what my dyslexia is.
Not everybody has dyslexia.
No, I know that. I'm saying my equivalent, I feel like, nobody's brain is 100% working at perfect functioning capacity. Even those with photographic memories or great critical thinking skills still probably have hangups. So what if I haven't discovered my thing that's been slowing me down?
I think that your brain just kind of likes to when your brain's working, you're moving in the right direction, but for some reason you just kind of take a little bit of a side.
Isn't that just
step.
ADHD?
No, I know, because yours, it's not like you're going to take a completely different path. You're still going in the same direction, but it's like you're moving forward, but you just, instead of just sticking to the path, you want to like walk alongside the path for a little while and then get back on it. Sometimes you do things that are just like, yes, that works, but why did you do it that way?
I understand that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Does that make sense?
I've heard that once or twice in my life. Yeah.
You're like, and sometimes you make it a little more complicated than it needs to be too.
Yeah. So does this qualify as like a disability? Can you get like handicap parking?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know, because I don't know, because then I can't read the sign, the handicap sign. So no, I mean, it would have been. I sometimes wonder. It's like, what does that do? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help me to know this. It's like, it's still.
No, it does help you. You've identified the problem, so now you can do stuff like this, where you can put that plug in things, and
I mean, yeah, okay,
that's definitely good to know.
In a lot of places, yeah, but it's not going to help me with, like, in most scenarios.
Well, it may put your mind at ease when, like, before you were like, you've known of this problem, and you were like going into a situation where you might have to deal with it, and you didn't have a workaround, and now you're like, hey, I know what the problem is. I'm gonna have to get through it in this moment because I can't like look at my plug-in or whatever. But like, it just like relaxes your mind of like, instead of having this unknown issue that you couldn't figure out how to tackle and you just had to accept that you were going to struggle with. Now it's like, hey, I got to deal with this today. I don't have my my plug-in, but like, it's okay. I know what the problem is.
But it wasn't a problem. I just accepted it.
It still counts as a problem.
It's not a problem.
But you just said it was like walking through sand versus gliding on water. Like,
yeah, but I didn't know any different.
But now you know the difference.
I do know the difference. You're right. That doesn't change the fact that everything else is still going to read the same way.
Yeah,
I might be able to get a little bit more productivity out of my workday. And it's not going to change the fact that when my girlfriend holds me up a TikTok that's like 2 paragraphs long and I need to read it, that she gets mad.
No, now you can say,
hold the phone up so much.
I don't need to look at this right now. Or I don't need to look at this at all because I can't read
so
it.
You're saying I should use it as an excuse now?
Yes.
Oh, no. Not going to do that.
No?
No. That's like, no, I'm not. If I'm dyslexic or if I'm not dyslexic, I'm still Madison. I still have to get through life as Madison. It doesn't change anything about me.
I'm not saying that you need to wear a sign around your neck everywhere you go that says, hey guys, my name is Madison and I'm dyslexic. And then you should be catered to differently based on all those things. But like, you know that you have this going on, instead of completely ignoring it, or instead of using it as a crutch every day in life, you just go case by case, whether it's you need to rely on a tool like this Dyslexia font, or you need to.
I don't need to rely on it. It just helps.
That's why I'm saying it will rely in the certain situation, not like in
what
general
certain situation.
Like if you're reading a long document or something for work, don't you want to read it quicker so you can get more work done?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Most legal documents that get sent to me for a signature or something, though, are not gonna. Well, I probably won't be able to change the font on them. I guess I can copy and paste.
Yeah. Still be quicker.
But it's just an interesting thing, because once I started reading it, I'm like, this is kind of crazy. I almost had to like teach myself how to not focus on every word. I don't know how to put it other than like
how to not focus.
I was getting through like this word right here, right? It's readability.
Yeah.
That's one where it's like I'm having to take an extra millisecond to look back at it, make sure I get that right.
I want to hear you. So you've gotten adjusted to taking your time to make sure you get everything right.
Yeah.
But I want you to like read a paragraph of something where you don't take time, and you just like try to read it quickly.
I don't know how we're going to be able to set that up. I mean, there's going to be some examples inside of this, and I don't have the font set up. Maybe we could do that next week.
Yeah.
But with the thing for me was like having to give myself confidence in the word. Right? Because I think there's a very strong chance that I would look at a word like readability, and I would have to double check to make sure that didn't say like availability.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I'm moving through things so fast it feels foreign. Like I feel like well, hold on, we're moving way too fast. How do we know that we got that right? Mm-hmm. It's really strange.
That's a good thing though, right?
I mean, it should be, yeah.
No.
But having to go back and forth between the two, it'll be interesting.
Well, I hope you enjoy your newfound reading. I'll get you a Kindle for your birthday, and you can put the Dyslexia plug in, and we can get you on some books.
I hate reading.
Well, yeah, because you were dyslexic. Duh.
What, you think I'm just gonna like reading all of a sudden?
This is like with new age technology, like a deaf person, they give them like a perfect hearing aid, and they're like, "No, I don't like hearing stuff." No.
Oh, what's music?
Or like a blind person, they give them like these enhanced glasses. They're like, "No, take it away, my eyes."
I don't know. I feel like I've done okay so far. I've been pretty productive. I don't need any new hobbies. Reading.
There's got to be something that you already do besides work, where you're like,
need to read.
Yeah, or it's like reading would enhance this experience.
Maybe.
What about when you're watching a show and you got subtitles on?
Oh, I don't put subtitles on.
I wonder why.
I actually do really hate subtitles.
Yeah,
who knows? Maybe I'll be an anime guy now.
Yeah, you might.
Oh, yeah. No, I have absolutely no. I mean, that's one of those things that I've always told people. It's like, all right, you want me to watch like an anime show, but I cannot read and watch at the same time.
You can only watch the dubs, right?
Yeah. And then I don't know what it is about women wanting to put subtitles on everything, but every woman I think I've ever dated wants to put subtitles on movies and TV shows, and it just used to frustrate me to no end. Like, we're just taking up screen real estate.
I'll turn them on if
it's quiet.
2 reasons: 1, it's quiet. 2, if the character has an accent that I don't understand very well.
Okay, I guess that's fair. I don't know if I run into that issue so much.
I mean,
usually, if it's a show that's in English, they're going to have you'll understand the accent, but it's also going to be like accommodating towards the English listeners.
Close, but there's been some strong country accents and some strong foreign accents.
Reality TV shows, maybe.
I mean, it's really just, you never know. It could be reality TV, but could also, be one of these streaming service shows. I had to turn the subtitles on for Fallout.
Why?
For a character.
Which character?
I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't Fallout. I don't remember. But there was definitely a show recently where a specific character got subtitles every time they were on screen.
I definitely made it through Fallout without subtitles. I don't know. I would also assume that if it kind of takes away from the immersion too.
I mean, it can
subtitles, but I don't know. Maybe I can read. Well, no, I still can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to set Netflix to dyslexia font.
I'm going to clip that.
What?
And add it to the intro.
Well, what? Maybe I can.
I don't know. Maybe I can read.
No, there's not going to be an option for me to add dyslexia to like Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything. So I mean, it's not going to help.
I mean, that's just technology. We'll get there.
I looked at I tried to download a font pack for my phone, but my phone won't let me install third-party font packs. It instead said, you need to, if you want a third-party font, you have to go to our font store and buy fonts. And the font that I wanted wasn't there. They did not have the Dyslexia font. Oh, you gotta love the future, man. Isn't it great?
is this the only font that is like, if it's like first of its kind?
No, so there is this Dyslexia font, and then there is another one as well, which I think the other one, I can't remember what it is. How do you spell dyslexic?
Why would they do that? They should have came up with like something shorter with less letters.
So Dyslexia is a paid font. There's a open one called Open Dyslexic, and this is actually the one that I liked. Open Dyslexic. I just couldn't remember the name of it. I remember Dyslexia. It's an easier font.
Oh, those are even thicker on the bottom.
Yeah,
those are really thick on the bottom.
This one's great.
Yeah, like
this one.
That's almost like a crescent moon. The O's.
I know. Here's my thing. This is the one that I can just like. I don't have to think about it. I love reading this.
Those are
this font
thick,
but it works so well.
You like a thick bottom.
In this case, yes. Yeah. Personal use, business use, education, commercial book. I'm reading these words, man, and I'm like, I don't have to like. I know what it is. I don't know how else to put it other than it's just cool. It is just very cool.
So what kind of file type is it if you download it?
Oh, I think it's like, what is the file type? TTL?
TTL?
Maybe.
Text, language. I don't know what the first T.
But this one's open source.
Type text? Text type? I don't know. You should download it, and then you should see what your phone runs and then convert it.
No, I already tried. I literally tried everything I could to get this on my phone. So
you should have asked ChatGPT how to get it there.
No, I did everything to do it. It is actually a restriction on my Samsung phone because they want me to pay for new phones.
Oh, Samsung.
Yeah. I mean, same would go with Apple. Back to my original.
You should get a phone like I got.
No,
like a phone from overseas.
Back to my original topic that when we were talking about, it's like I want a phone that I can customize to my own liking without restrictions from Samsung, Google, and
you should.
Apple.
I'm not joking. Do what I did.
I wouldn't get your.
You don't
phone.
have to be specifically this one. I mean, but there's tons of overseas brands.
I'm gonna try. Do we have it set up where we can do the?
Is this the one with the projector?
Yeah. Can if we do the computer overlay, is that set to our?
I don't know. I mean, we didn't do it beforehand.
No, we didn't set it up. I mean, I didn't realize. Which I guess we could have the Open Dyslexic and show that stuff too. But I'm gonna give this a go, see what happens. Yep, that's what I thought. Is there a way to change the settings on it?
I'm going to play some elevator music while we wait for those audio listeners.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. This is definitely something we should do.
Or maybe the Jeopardy theme
beforehand.
Do 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 do.
Why would you do that? We're not waiting on anything.
Isn't that what the Jeopardy theme is? You're waiting?
No, but we're not waiting.
Oh.
We're actively trying to figure something out, and you're making me mad. Okay, well, forget that. I will. But there is this new cool phone called the Tank 5.
A rugged phone. No, who's the developer?
Developer is 8849.
Okay.
And I could show you some pictures here, but it has a built-in projector and a 17,000 milliamp hour battery.
That's crazy.
which is like 6 days worth of battery. And it's also got like a camping light on the back. Your device, your phone can be used to charge other devices. It's only missing one feature that I wish it had, which is USB-C video out. So that you could use it and like plug it into like an HDMI or something. I'm pretty sure the next revision of the device will have it. And this one, I believe, runs Android 16. Well, with Android 16, if you have USB video out, they're going to have, in the newer Android devices, will have a basically like a computer mode, where if you hook it up to a monitor, you can attach a mouse and keyboard to it, and it just works like a computer. Now, I'm not a big fan of using something like that on a mobile device right now because of the battery life. The battery life is like, it's not there. But with that phone, it would be.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to give it like, I want to do like 3 weeks of no computer other than my phone. See if I can just completely convert, get a dock for the office and get a dock for home, and have my personal computer and my work computer all on my phone. That would be one of those. That would be something I'd be really interested in trying. Could you ever see yourself doing that?
Probably not.
Why?
Too many steps.
What do you mean too many steps? It's simpler.
Uh,
Having your phone as your computer. Like completely replacing laptops.
I mean, I'm sure I get used to it eventually, but it just seems weird to not have a laptop, not have a desktop, or a laptop, one or the other. Or
Well,
both.
what if you didn't have to buy a new laptop? What if you bought a display monitor and a keyboard that was built in like a laptop, and you just plug your phone into it and you could do all your stuff on there? Or if you're sitting at work, you take your phone and you just dock it, and now you've got a bigger monitor and an external keyboard, and it's the same computer that was on your laptop. So
It'd be nice to have the same device cover everything. I mean,
yeah, that's my thought.
but still be weird at first.
Yeah, well, give it. I'd say about 5-10 years, and that'll be exactly what everybody's doing. Apple will have something similar, and the devices will probably get to a point, because of how fast we're focusing on AI stuff and the shrinking things down in the compute power and the research that's being put into compute power. That'll also be our game consoles. All on our mobile devices. So you'll have gaming, computer, and phone. I mean, it's going to be something straight out of Star Trek, dude. It's going to literally turn into it. A couple of other things, NVIDIA's trying to push us all to get our own NVIDIA like AI server that we keep in our house. It's our own personal server.
Yeah, you don't need a data center. You just got your own server.
I don't know what the purpose of that would be, but it's not impossible that we need some sort of server like that for, if we start getting into having like robots that do chores and stuff. Having all that linked back into our own personal servers. Oh, the future is going to be wild. It's not going to be great. Hopefully, it's more Jetsons, less Mad Max.
And probably a little bit of both.
You think so? The ones with money live in the Jetsons world.
Yeah, it'd be like Elysium.
There was a internet theory. One of the early internet theories that started going around was that the Jetsons and the Flintstones were in the same universe.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah,
yeah, and then the Jetsons.
And the Flintstones is the future.
Well, the
of the
The
Jetsons.
theory that I heard was that the Jetsons lived in the sky and the Flintstones lived on the ground.
See, what I had heard was that the Flintstones were from the past, and then there was the war, and then everything reverted back to sticks and stones, and that's when the Flintstones.
Well, you said Flintstones were in the past. You mean Jetsons.
I meant Jetsons are come before Flintstones.
Oh, there was a crossover movie. How do you think I could go about finding anything Flintstones or Jetsons nowadays? Is that just lost media? Like, am I going to have to go on eBay
Who
and
owns
get a DVD?
Hanna-Barbera?
Is it Warner Brothers? It's got to be Warner Brothers, right?
Warner Brothers Discovery.
I knew it. Okay.
So it should be coming on Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah, but there's not a streaming service for that.
Let's look up where's Flintstone stream. Where does Flintstones stream? Watch Flintstones on HBO Max.
Yeah, but dabba do.
And Jetsons is probably going to be same.
Probably. Were the Jetsons Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. Where's Jetsons stream? Oh, it says Hulu.
Okay. I didn't think they were Hanna-Barbera. I thought that was a different. Like, Jetsons weren't like Yogi Bear and Flintstones.
Yeah, Jetsons Hanna-Barbera.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
But that's weird. That's one's on HBO Max and the other's on Hulu. I mean, I didn't look at fully in depth. I saw the first one. They may be on both. Or
I wouldn't be surprised if that was some sort of like Jetsons reboot they've got on Hulu or something. It's like just taking old IP and creating it something today. The main character's gay or something.
Yeah. Identifies as not a son, a jet thing.
Doesn't identify as a jet thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, has a propeller, not a jet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Well, that's about time. That's about time.
What is the title of this episode going to be?
Oh, who's to say?
I hope it's in Dyslexia font.
I don't know if there's a way to do that. If there is, I'll try. Doubtful, though. All right. Thank you for joining us. This was episode 37. It's way too loud.
What? Yeah, the buttons that we didn't record are much, much louder than the
Yes.
the ones we did. Yeah, like
All
this
right.
You know it's 'cause we had a plan for this episode. I think we did not follow it.